The students of class 8 English version, how are you all? I guess you're quite okay in this lockdown situation. Anyways, we are discussing the chapter 9, and I guess you have no further problem in this chapter, so we should revise from the beginning of physics part. That's called chapter 7. So this is the beginning chapter of your physics part. And we have studied it quite well. Yet we have to discuss the chapter again. The name of the chapter is Earth and Gravitation. Well, so you might understand what is given in this chapter. This is all about Earth and gravitation and so on. So we will discuss some sort of topic with you. So firstly, if we start the chapter, we should have a close knowledge about physics part and also the mathematics part. On some math is set from here, and we might do this math with help of scientific calculator, and that's sort of calculator. I guess you all have this sort of calculator. Some math in the chapter might need this type of calculator. So let's start. So we have a close knowledge about Earth because we live on Earth. Earth is a spherical type of object, but not that much sphere, not uniform sphere. So the distance between the center and the pole is less than the distance between center and equator, and this is a benefit of it. And we today's class will discuss about those benefits of it. Okay. Well, now, if I ask you what is Earth, what will be your reply? Please try to recall it in your mind and then reply in yourself. What would be your reply? Like, Earth is a giant sphere. Well, we live on it. It has atmosphere, breathable air, and plants grow in it. So life lives on. That's your own idea, or this is the first idea about Earth and its characteristics or behavior. But if we go further, then we will know Earth is a planet. It circles around the sun. Okay, there's summer, winter, sun. Sort of thing might pop up in your mind. That's true. Well, What else? So we have discussed a little about Earth, and now we discuss about gravitation. Okay, lesson 1, gravitation. Well, if we jump, we can't go up very much. We fall back in the surface of the earth. Fruits fall from the tree on the earth. Why do all this happens? There's a question. The reason of that the earth attracts the object towards it. It is not only earth that attracts us. In fact, all the objects in the universe attract each other. And this universal attraction force is called gravitation. So what is the definition of gravitation? All objects attract one another. This universal attractive force is called gravitation. Okay. Well, this first invented by a scientist called Newton. You have heard the story of Newton, that was that he was just resting under an apple tree, and the fall of an apple from the tree on the ground. As the story goes, Newton was sitting in the garden and was engaged in a theory of thought. Suddenly he saw an apple falling on the ground. The question came to his mind: why did the apple fall towards the ground? Something must attracted it towards the ground. After much speculation, he came to the conclusion that the earth attracted every object towards it. Later on, he comes to more specific conclusion that it is not only the earth but all objects in the universe attract each other towards their center. The attraction force that exists between any two particles of the universe is called gravitational force. Well, then what is gravitational force? The attractive force that exists between any two particles in the universe is called gravitational force. Okay. So now we'll discuss Newton's law of gravitation and gravitational force. Law of Newton's law of gravitation. Each particle in the universe attacks every other particles with a force which are proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square distance between them. So, that's the theorem. That's the gravitational attraction between developed an important theorem that was the gravitational attraction between two homogeneous sphere is proportional to their masses and was proportional to their distance. So we can write a diagram about it. These two homogeneous sphere. First mass is m1, second mass is m2. The distance is d between them, and force is F. So what we can write? Newton told us that every particles objects in the universe attracts each other. This attraction force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to ui square of distance between the objects. And this force acts linear. Okay, so from this law we can create an equation of motion, so the equation of gravitation, that is F proportional to m1 m2 by d square, that's the distance. So F is equal to g m1 m2 by d square. This g is called universal gravitational constant. Value is 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, this is the value of it. You have to remember this value because to do math you should need it, and also it can come into the objective part. Okay. And that's the issue. If the body is spherical, then the distance should be measured from the center of the sphere. From the formula of gravitation, we find that if the distance between two objects is fixed, then the product of the masses is double. If the gravitational force becomes double, then the product of the mass is 3 times, the corresponding force will be 3 times greater. If the distance between two objects is double, keeping the product of masses constant, the corresponding force will be 1/4. When the distance is made 3 times larger, then the corresponding force will be 1/9 of original force. The Earth moves round the sun due to the influence of gravitational force, just as a ball attached to the string can be made to revolve because of the tension of the string. Now, okay, yes, why the reason Earth moves around the sun. Now, lesson 2 and 3: gravity and acceleration due to gravity. We know that every material or particle in the universe attracts each other. When the mutual attraction involves any two objects in the universe, we call gravitation. If one of the object is Earth and the attraction of an object due to Earth can we call gravity. Gravity. Between and any other object surrounding Earth is called gravity. It also force. Okay. When a cricket ball is thrown upwards, it falls back to the earth due to the attraction of earth. Just as the earth attracts the cricket ball towards it with a downward force, the cricket ball attacks the earth with the same upward force. But since the earth is very large compared to the cricket ball, it moves very little towards the cricket ball. On the other hand, the cricket ball having little mass comparing the earth, the acceleration toward the earth. The acceleration for due to earth one of the object near the called gravity. Thus the attraction force between sun and the moon is called gravitation. But the attractive force that acts between two you and the earth, between you science book and the earth is called gravity. Attraction due to gravity. So acceleration due to gravity. But we know that when force is applied an object is velocity increase. The increase of velocity per second is called acceleration. The force of gravity also causes acceleration. This acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. Due to Earth and for a free falling body, the change of velocity per unit time is called due to it is denoted by G. Unit is meter per second square. Okay, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss furthermore. Till then, be safe. Allah Hafiz.